Hi there guys, welcome to Dino's Vault. I am here at Kawasaki Z1100. We are right in the middle of a vacation, but work doesn't escape us. We have to, update all the latest and the greatest news that the auto industry has on offer. I could, have the privilege of featuring one of the greatest hyper naked beasts for you guys. I didn't want to let it go. Mighty thanks to the owner of this bike for being kind enough to letting me feature this bike for you. Thanks to Kawasaki Hyderabad as well. The Z1100 in all its matchless glory. Just look at the beast. Now the Tsugomi design comes full circle. The word Tsugomi actually stands for intense aura or intense energy in Japanese. And we've seen the Z1000, which came powered by the same Ninja 1000 engine, which I owned one for myself. The Ninja 1000 and the Ninja 1000 SX had a 1043cc engine. This one is the bore and stroke has been increased, and this one puts out 1099cc. It's a 1100. So, and the power in fact has gone down. Though the cc or the cubic capacity of the engine has gone up, the overall power of the bike has gone down to meet the emission norms, which are becoming stricter by the day. But make no mistake about it, the sleek, sharp, muscular Tsugomi styling, this is the bike that actually defines the Z bloodline, the big daddy of them all. Yes, we have the ZH2, but somehow I feel the most handsome, the most menacing looking bike, the absolute predator in the Z bloodline or in the hyper naked category. In terms of looks, nothing comes close to matching the kind of muscular, pure, relentless force that this Z1100 stands up for. So quickly having a look at the power plant. As I told you, 1100cc inline 4. That puts out around 134 or 135 PS of max power and 113 Newton meters of max torque, 6-speed gearbox, bidirectional quick shifter. Now it also gets a 6-axis IMU or inertial measurement unit. So you get all the cornering ABS, cornering traction control, all the lean sensitive electronic aids that you look for. Because earlier it was a brutal, relentless, unforgiving, raw power beast. Yeah, it was raw power that was being unleashed from the Z1000, because apart from ABS, nothing else was there. Maybe traction control was introduced later on, but the one that I rode back in 2017, that was all raw, brutal force. Now this one, make no mistake about it, has the same kind of character lurking underneath, but with the safety net of all the electronics to watch your back should you unleash it the way you want it to, the place you want it to, or wherever, whenever you unleash it. This one comes alive in all its powerful glory. Then having a look at the front headlamp design, there's nothing that comes close. In fact, you can see that others have taken inspiration, because this is one of the oldest hypernakeds in its class. You can see the 4 quadruple kind of quad projector headlamps up front, which comes up when you turn on the high beam. You can see the lights coming up. I don't want to put a lot of glare in this thing frame, but you can see the menacing look. And you can say that actually the Ducati guys have actually derived inspiration from the Z, because even that has a very sharp front end look. And then you have the USD forks, fully adjustable USD forks. These are adjustable. Yeah, I think so. These are adjustable forks from Showa suspension. USD forks and 310mm dual disc rotors up front. You do have these are Tokiko calipers, but mind you, you also have the SE version, which is not here in India, which is available internationally, which actually gets Brembo M50s, I believe, calipers. But this one are Tokiko calipers, dual 310mm rotors, dual channel ABS, switchable ABS, and switchable traction control. And then you have the side panels. Now look at the side panel, the way the fairing comes together. This is a 17-liter tank, and this is a mix of gloss black and this powder coated glass sparkle black. So this actually glitters underneath the light, so that adds the premium feel when you have a look at it. Again, the Z insignia imbibed onto the seat. This has been a signature design element of the Z1000. Now similar thing has been carried for the Z1100. Now for the Indian variant, you don't get a pillion seat, you get a cowl, and you also don't get pillion foot pegs. Now this is the same strategy that has been adopted by Kawasaki for the Z900 as well. Now for the 2026 model, you don't get a pillion seat, you get a cowl, and the rear foot rests are missing for the Z900 as well. The exhaust can is similar to that of the Ninja 1100, and the same thing that we saw in the Ninja Ninja 1000 SX as well. One I had owned, a massive exhaust can, almost looks like a pulse cannon. So let me just quickly fire her up for you, give you a glimpse of the exhaust note. And absolute missile on two wheels. So it's in road mode. I've just tweaked it to sport mode. So that's enough. Let's be gentle with this beast. And it is an aggressive, it's a symbol of aggression no matter which angle you're looking at it from. You have this massive rear wheel, as you can see here. Now this is a Dunlop Sport Max tire, and let's have a look. I think it's 180 or 190. Maybe it is 190, 190 by 50 ZR17. So Dunlop Sport Max tires, the latest that Dunlop has on offer. And then of course you have 120 section front tire, and what a lovely beast. You have the attention to detail. Have a look at the cowl. The cowl that doesn't give you too much of protection, but just aesthetically looks very, very pleasing to the eye. And the attention to detail and the fit and finish is beyond imagination. Just look at the detail here at the foot pegs. And then for the brake lever, the clutch lever, adjustable levers are there, and even the gear lever and the brake lever. And then you have a myriad of electronics. You have cruise control as well now included. And another major inclusion for now is the console, the new full color TFT dash. So let me just quickly give you the startup animation of the full color TFT dash, which was long due. I'm so glad that I've come up with very good fonts, very good layout, the same kind of layout that we see for the Z900 as well, but that's okay. Very good legibility and very good visibility. Here your gear position indicator, the rev counter, you have two themes to choose from. You have the Rideology app, connectivity, Kawasaki Quick Shift, KQS, and odometer, trip meter. You have the clock, you have the riding mode that you have chosen, speedometer right over here, fuel gauge. Everything is very, very neatly laid out. Here you can see the time, battery voltage, average fuel economy, the range, average speed, and all those things. Similarly, you can see the trip A, trip B, engine temperature, odometer right over here. And long pressing these arrow keys right over here changes this riding mode. Now we are in sport mode. We can bring it down to road mode, and similarly we can bring it down to rain mode. And I think, do we have a user mode as well? Let's see. Yeah, we have the rider mode. Here once you select, here you can choose between full power and low power. So low power, it's for those who want to get used to the bike before they unleash the bike in full monstrosity. And KTRC, Kawasaki Traction Control System, you have 3 levels and 1 level to turn it off. This is 2, 1 and off. So if you want to pull off a wheelie, just turn off traction control. But I would say for riders, until you get used to this brutal beast, keep the traction at maximum, because the rear wheel spin is gonna leave you wanting for more. So that's pretty much it. We'll get out of this, and we'll switch back to the regular mode. Look at the sharp angle, and if you can focus on the tail lamp also, it looks studded with you can see almost like jewels. It's almost similar to the tail lamp cluster of the 10R. And also, let me just quickly turn on the hazards, because LED turn blinkers have now been included. So that looks very, very premium as well. Also, if you come to the side profile, I'll quickly sit on the bike and show you the seat height is very, very accessible. If you can come and show from the other side. It's very, very accessible. Now, of course, I'm wearing these running shoes with max cushion. These are Puma Nitros. But still, you can flat foot, or I'm close to 5 feet 7 inches, and I can put both my feet on the ground. Or if I can just adjust a wee bit, I can flat foot completely on one side. So, and the balance and the kind of poise and the kind of feel that you get when you're sitting on this bike, it's like you're riding the Battle Cat from the He-Man universe. It's a beast that comes alive and is ready to take you anywhere, any place, anytime, in a matter of no time whatsoever, in a twinkle of an eye. And then, of course, we've given you the exhaust note. The ground clearance is adequate enough as well. You can see it is not too scary. It is something that is manageable. But you got to be a little watchful with oddly designed speed breakers. But that's pretty much it. This concludes the walk-around feature of the Z1100, the mighty, muscular, and merciless, menacing beast coming from the house of Kawasaki, which has value written all over it. Yes, we have the Hornet 1000 from Honda, but make no mistake, once you have a look at it, you don't want to let it go. It's it'll capture your senses, captivating your mind from the very first glance, and you can imagine riding it at full throttle across the highway, or the freeways that our nation has to offer. And it's offering complete control with the kind of electronic package it's been updated with. What is your take on the Z1000 or the Z1100, sorry? Because Adat se majboor, we've gotten used to the Z1000 so much, and I've ridden my friend's bike also quite often. So this is the Z1100. What do you think about it? Would you prefer this over the likes of Hornet 1000 or the much more expensive the Panigale Street Fighter V2, sorry, not the Panigale, the Street Fighter V2 or the Street Fighter V4, or even the S1000R? I think this has value written all over it. What is your take? What do you think? Feel free to comment below. And what would be your pick among the liter class hyper nakeds that our nation has to offer? Feel free to comment below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and ride safe.